Number 10. Kevin Durant. In a move to conjure everything in his power to beat the championship Lakers, Kevin Durant and his Brooklyn Nets have been in the headlines ever since. But has it ended the cash flow of the basketball star? Absolutely not. He made a massive $75 million on and off the court, where majority of it comes through endorsement and investment. Sweet! Mainly thanks to his $1 million investment in Uber's recent acquisition, Postmates, a food delivery startup, which bagged him a 15-fold return. Holy smokes, some back-to-back action for Kevin. Speaking of going back-to-back, who else than the 7-time Super Bowl champion? Number 9. Tom Brady. Edging his co-star on the list by $1 million, the GOAT of NFL takes the number 9 spot with total earnings of $76 million in the year. That's a lot of money. Unlike Kevin, the Buccaneers quarterback's majority stake came from on-field earnings at $45 million. Not bad for a guy who just won the Super Bowl. Number 8. Lewis Hamilton. Now, if you tell me you love racing, then you've definitely heard his name. The 7-time world champion made a whopping $82 million in the year, which is already a big deal. But even more strangely, majority of his stake came from his on-field earnings at $70 million, with just 12 from endorsements. Sounds a bit unlikely, right? Well, not as unlikely as this next player's earnings report. Number 7. Roger Federer. Did you know that 99.5% of Federer's earnings came from brand deals and endorsements? Bippity-boppity-boo, that's a lot of endorsements. Not to mention the yet-to-happen IPO of his Swiss athletic apparel company, which many predict will put him into the billionaires boys club. A well-deserved feat for the GOAT of tennis. Number 6. Neymar. With over 280 million followers on social media, the Brazilian soccer star is the third most popular athlete on social media. Oh, that's a lot of followers. So you obviously might think the endorsements play a crucial role, but contrary to general idea, the soccer star's majority stake came from his on-field earnings at $76 million. But what about the general idea where social media followers meant more money? Well, the answer to that lies in the Lakers champion. Number 5. LeBron James. About $65 million of his total earnings came off the field in the year. Not to mention the 4-time NBA champion has also clinched a small stake in famous franchises as the Boston Red Sox and the English football team Liverpool. And also don't be surprised if James continues playing for another decade, for LeBron is here to stay. Imagine playing for the world's most valuable sports franchise. Should be a lot of money, right? Yeah. But this NFL star does not have to imagine. Number 4. Dak Prescott. The 27-year-old quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, with one of the most expensive contracts, signed a $160 million deal for 4 years with the Cowboys. Well, it's a $5 million team, what do you expect? And not just that, added with a $66 million bonus, puts him in the $100 million club. Well, when you're playing for the world's richest team, it has its own benefits. But when you're a soccer legend like this guy, the team might end up on debt because that's how much he's worth. Okay, I'm just kidding. Juventus actually made a lot of money because of him. Number 3. Cristiano Ronaldo. The 36-year-old soccer star just became the first person in the entire world to reach 500 million followers on social media. He owns his own clothing brand CR7, and many say that Ronaldo could already be a billionaire in total net worth. Well, he should be. Kim Kardashian became a billionaire recently. Well, what can you say? He's the GOAT of soccer. Or easy. Number 2. Lionel Messi. The arch nemesis of Ronaldo on field is none other than the man himself. The Barcelona star at age 33 still continues to break records and play the same way as he did a decade ago, meaning a huge payday. $97 million of his earnings came on field and with 33 off the field. Not so surprising. As for the question who's the GOAT of soccer, well, I'll leave it to the experts. But if you ask who put the face of UFC into the entire world, then I don't think you need an expert to answer that. Number 1. Conor McGregor. Conor, who already was a rising star in the UFC, clinched his way into the history books through his fight with the undefeated boxing champion Floyd Mayweather. The Irish fighter, who's been off the octagon for a while, definitely has a reason to. His whiskey brand, which sold a majority stake recently, raked a wholesome $158 million off the field. If someone knows how to get gains of his popularity, then we could give it to the UFC champion for the year 2021.